I'm leaving like abracadabra. If I'm elastic, I'm about to reach in my back, like abracadabra. If I'm elastic, just like that, and I'm back, bro.
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Underway in Buffalo. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Bills had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. came in as the #1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like
gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
One thing I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Running right, here's McAllister. Fights loose, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
All 52. Look out.
On the give, McAllister with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but Let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. He'll drop to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sanders on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
Allen.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, Allen.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Hey!
Up the middle, Achane.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go! Go!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead.
Ridiculous! Take it up! It's not over! Why you guys picking it up? Okay, this is it. I'm not having fun anymore.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Bills nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
What's that?
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Running left, Achane.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing now is Allen. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's Allen to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Allen going to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Short throw to Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Achane.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
30 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Rolling to his right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Second and 12, operating from the 39.
To throw, it's Allen.
He makes the catch off the tip by the safety. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
56, 56.
Allen now looks to throw.
Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A final shot before half for Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. A final shot before break. Allen, and this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to... there and drop him with authority. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Waddle, the motion man right, and they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And some room to maneuver.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
19 line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll set up to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Pretty good throw there by the rookie to move the chains.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Sheds off the tackle.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bills take over at 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Hey, hold. What is that?
From midfield, here's Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Half 85. What's that?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back. And the field, and this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Running right, here's Achane.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Now Trubisky.
That one out wide and intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Back to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 49 yards. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Dolphins 23, Bills 6. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
It's caught by Coleman. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 7. Here's Gore now running out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Right there, hurt.
Coleman, the man in motion left.
Check go.
Trubisky will throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jalen Phillips able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Elijah Moore.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now Trubisky, they're going to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time. Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Off the the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky.
I had a man on it. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Alatos right side, Achane with it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Let's go now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This one complete to Coleman. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, I can't remember a